Hello again, Kim Krey, the Salon Mentor. Topic I want to talk to you about today is rebooking, planning that future appointment. I know this is an area that so many of you struggle with, right? I know that there is a lot of frustration out there from salon owners and managers, from staff who believe people just don't want to rebook. So I thought we might dig a little bit into what are the structures, the mindset, the culture and the routines you need to have in place in order to get this outcome of a very high rebooking percent. Okay, so the first thing, or the first place I think we need to start is our belief systems, our culture. Okay, from my experience working with hundreds and hundreds of salons over the years, here's the thing. Where I see a salon with a very high rebooking percentage, above 85%, there is a belief in that team and in everyone on the team that, well, of course we would do that. Why would we ever let our client have to be in a panic when they ring next time? That's crazy. And we're busy. Of course we're going to do that, okay? There's not a mindset of, I'll ask, but people don't want, okay? So can you see the shift? The first thing that needs to be in place is a belief that that's my responsibility, that's my job, that's part of my care of this client, to make sure that she's looked after, that I make sure that she has her booking when she needs it, so she doesn't have to ring me in a panic next time, okay? That comes from our understanding, I guess, of what it's like to be the client, to be in that situation where you desperately need the haircut or the colour, that you've got something that's just come up on the weekend, you know, you need to have your hair done for, and you don't have an appointment and your salon's booked out, okay? So first of all, it is culture. It has to be part of who we are, because your clients in the main will follow your lead. If you're hesitant and nervous, they'll, oh no, it's okay, I'll ring when I'm ready, okay? If you lead confidently, I see it over and over again, the client will follow. Okay. The second thing, though, I would suggest to you is have a look at where you're discussing the issue of when to come back next time and what we're going to do next time. Okay. If your rebooking conversation happens when your client is standing at your front desk in front of your cash register and your FPOS machine with their credit card in their hand when they're paying, if that's when you're saying, oh, did you want to make another appointment? Okay. When they're at the end and they're about to pay, what do you think they're going to say? We've just made it all about money. They're standing in front of a cash register with a credit card in their hand. Now, no matter how much fun they've had, no matter how wonderful your experience has been today, right now, this is where it starts to hurt, okay? Handing over my credit card is the lowest part of the whole journey, okay? I'm about to hand it over, or maybe I've just swiped my credit card, okay, and thinking, oh, that's going to hurt. All right, there's another $350, okay? And then straight away you say, hey, did you want to make another appointment? Meaning, want to come back and spend more money? What am I going to say? No, I'm just going to ring when I'm ready, okay? So psychologically, that's the worst place to be talking about rebooking. Rebooking is a professional service. If we see that as part of our responsibility and part of our service, it should be conducted in the chair, cape on, as part of our service. So rebooking is a conversation that needs to happen in the chair, cape on. As soon as you unclip that cape, psychologically, the client switches off. It's click, oh, we're finished. What time is it? Oh, I've got to get back to work, pick up the kids, do whatever they've got to do, all right? But the minute that cape is unclipped, attention span gone, service is over, okay? Anything not done by them is not going to happen today. Even better, rebooking, or the seeds of rebooking, are planted right at the beginning in consultation. If I'm sitting in front of you and you're saying, hey, so Kim, have you got some thoughts about today? Tell me a little bit about your hair, you know, what drives you crazy? I'll tell you, this bit drives me nuts, right? It gets really heavy. So hopefully, if you're on the ball, you'll be saying, hey, here's what I can do. The best thing I can do for you there is get you on a really good routine, because, you know, your hair being fine, it's going to flop easily. The worst thing you can do is stretch that haircut out, because let me tell you, once it gets past about 5 or 6 weeks, it's going to be way too heavy to sit for you. Let me get you on a good routine. That happens in consultation. So by the time you get to the end and I'm, you know, looking at my fabulous new haircut, and you're saying, great, so let me do that for you. I love getting my clients into a great routine. I'll hold that for you before you go, so you don't have to stress again or struggle again. Job done. It's not about, would you like to make a rebooking? It's about, this is a sensible solution to that problem, okay? So point number 2 is about, don't do it at the desk, okay? It sounds like you're trying to upsell. We don't upsell, okay? In the chair, cape on, part of the service. Right. Now, the last 2 points. Point number 3. If you eventually want to get to a point where your clients have to rebook, you're going to have to get really popular, because if I don't have to rebook, I'm not going to. If I can ring you on Tuesday and get in on Thursday, great. Okay. What that means is that I can prioritize my schedule, my life, my diary, and then you can just fit in wherever it suits me. Okay. Rebooking won't shift, and your client's approach to rebooking or mindset to rebooking won't shift until that time where they ring as they normally would and go, hi, I want to make an appointment this week to get my hair cut or my cut and colour. And you say, look, I'd love to look after you, Kim. My next available appointment is on the 28th of September. Okay. Now, at that point, I'm like, what? No, I need to get in this week. Okay. Now, you quite likely asked me when I was there last time, would you like to make another appointment, Kim? And I'll go, no, I'm just going to ring you when I'm ready. Because in my head, I'm thinking, I can ring you this week and get in next week. I can ring you this week and get in tomorrow. Okay. So the only time that people will start taking you seriously is when they can't get in tomorrow. So what does that take? It takes getting busy, which means you've got to get really popular, which means you have to get very, very good at what you do. So until you get to that point of capacity where you don't book in, you're not going to get in, you have to be focusing on just delivering extraordinary service and encouraging clients to continue that service with their next appointment just as part of your normal fluid service. A percentage will naturally. You'll have some that if they don't have to, they won't. They'll keep ringing at the last minute, as I said, until they can't do that anymore. And then one day it'll be, hi, need to get in, tomorrow or Saturday. And you'll go, love to help you, can pop you on a waiting list. However, my first confirmed appointment that I can offer you would be blah. And when I'm in horror, okay, I'll scramble to get anything I can with you this time. And guess what will happen next time? I will rebook. Now, point number 4, I'm going to tell you, I am one of those clients, okay? I have been, depending on the business, I have been your most regular rebooker. Like, you are the first appointment in my diary and my whole life revolves around you, right? Because that has to happen, okay? That might be nails every 3 weeks, okay? And I've also been the client that says, nah, I'll just ring you. I can be a bit flexible. I'll just ring, okay? Until that happens to me, until I can no longer ring, and then my behavior changes. So what can we learn from that? Number 1, you need to see rebooking as a continuity of the professional service that you've delivered today. It's not a try and get another appointment. It's not about that at all. If you're thinking that way, it's going to sound like you're trying to get something, trying to sell something. That is not what we're doing. This is about making sure that as the professional in charge of that head of hair, that she looks good all the time, and she needs you to guide her on how to do that. The time frame of her appointments is a big part of that. So that's your responsibility. Guide your client on when that needs to be done. Please do that in the chair, cape on, not at the desk in front of a credit card machine, right, or in front of a cash register. It's got to be part of the service. And then in the meantime, focus on getting really busy by being very good at what you do and just building a fan base, building a tribe of people who are slowly swelling out that appointment book, filling it up, okay? So we get to a point where love to look after you, better pop that appointment in. I would hate to see you at the last minute struggling to get an appointment. So guys, I hope that just shifts our understanding of rebooking. It is a service to our client. It is part of the service. It's not an upsell you're trying to tag on at the end, okay? So make it part of who you are and your level of professionalism. Do it in the chair and you will no doubt get much better results. Hope that's helped you. Bye for now.